the App Store and Google Play.
21 minutes past 8 on the Business Breakfast. Tom, Rich and Brandy with you this morning.
The markets on Dubai Eye 103.8.
With policybazaar.ae, save up to 30% on the best car insurance deals. Compare, buy, save. Only on policybazaar.ae.
Right, let's have a look at where we are with Asian stock markets this morning. Some slightly positive data coming out of China when it comes to factory activity. Stocks have obviously been digesting the bombastic press conference in the Oval Office, plus waiting for tariff updates. But we are green across Asia this morning. Australia up by more than 0.5%. Shanghai up by a third.
Commodities.
With EGA, Emirates Global Aluminium, producing 1 in every 25 tonnes of aluminium made worldwide, right here in the UAE.
Oil slightly firmer this morning. We're over $70 for WTI. Brent sitting at 73.23. If I have a look at crypto, though, we've got a bit of a recovery in Bitcoin. It is up on the back of that strategic reserve being announced out of the US. 92,786 is where we are for Bitcoin at the moment.
You're listening to the UAE's #1 talk radio station.
This is the Business Breakfast
On Dubai Eye 103.8.
We continue with Ramadan-nomics this morning, specifically Iftar-nomics. Very pleased to be joined in the studio by Eti Bhasin, who is owner and director at Majestic Hotels, Permit Room Restaurant and Dhaba Lane Restaurant, speaking to us this morning about what is happening to the price of Iftar. Eti, it's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
How does one even go about pricing an Iftar in the first place? What kind of things do you take into consideration?
Well, there are several factors. Of course, we do take the past data dynamics. We, of course, tend to see what kind of, demand would be expected week by week. We, of course, go by several aspects. Now, of course, the rising food costs have also come into play. That has, of course, come in the last 6 months, and that definitely has impacted prices overall. We've also seen rentals have been going up, surging up. So that has also been another aspect. And it's also the last month of winter, which is coinciding with Ramadan. So definitely we've seen a little slightly price hike.
Okay, and that should actually have been my first question. Is Iftar a little bit more expensive this year?
Yes, it is. At least I will start with the base restaurants. Most of the basic restaurants who were selling maybe at 39, 49 are now increased the prices to 59, 69, because of course they understand that two factors. One, of course, it's winter. This is the last month that they can actually capitalize on. And also they have to be very honest with you, I've also seen prices have gone up now even for outdoor venues, So, of course, mostly it depends on which area. So I believe in the downtown area primarily, where rentals are really high, they've surged up. We've definitely seen a hike in prices of Iftar as well, Iftar buffets. Mm-hmm.
When you say winter, are you saying because demand is high, prices are reacting?
Correct.
What have you done with your prices in the venues that you're involved with?
So most of our restaurants are located in the older part of Dubai, so where we, of course, more customer-centric. So we've definitely kept only a 10% hike because we understand that the demand is such that we can't go beyond a certain level. But definitely we've tried to keep a little raise from the previous year. And, of course, that is, of course, to meet with the demands as well.
Okay, but you're seeing them rise higher than 10% in some areas.
Yes, that is in most of the places. Yeah.
Talk to me about what is happening to commercial rents in the restaurant space.
They have increased by at least 20-25%. That is something that I have seen all across. It's not just in restaurants, but I think all across. I think even in real estate, we're seeing prices surging up, and that is overall. That's all across the industry as well.
How are restaurants coping with that?
Well, I think there would be a time when restaurants would be inflating the prices, but not now. Of course, we understand that all over there is an increase. At one point of time, I remember ordering a basic roti for like 580. Now it has gone up like by 50% to 1080. That's where I stay. I stay in downtown. So, the prices are such. But yeah, we understand the price fluctuations that is expected in the market. It's not just restaurants, but also in retail stores, So that's all across.
You mentioned food prices in the last 6 months. Why particularly in the last 6 months?
I believe the prices have actually gone up. The last 6 months have been, I think, great for even UAE. We've seen some great population coming in, entering in. We've seen some, I think, remarkable results with the number of tourists entering the country as well. So definitely, it is a good time for UAE, and why not,
Is it changing what restaurants such as your own are buying in terms of ingredients to include in iftar?
To be honest with you, yes. Now, I mean, I would not specify just the iftar time, but I would mention all across, throughout the period, we've definitely seen now, since there's been a shift also in the packaging material, there's been a ban on plastic. So definitely we have to go into purchasing, material which is biodegradable. So of course, restaurants have started shifting, into those. And of course, those prices are high. So that is somewhat, I mean, we as a restaurant are still bearing it, but I see several restaurants, trying to put it or offsetting it on the customer.
Are you changing where you are sourcing ingredients from? How often do you change suppliers?
I mean, the good part is we've been in this industry for 8 to 9 years now. So we've, of course, tried to go in with the long-standing suppliers, and they've been really helpful. Of course, kudos to the suppliers. It's all about the relationship. And I think that we've maintained quite strongly, sturdily. Of course, there have been inflations, but it's not been to a really great hike for us at least. Yeah.
Are you seeing with your long-standing restaurants a shift in who your demographic is as rents change and rise in different areas of the city?
Correct. I mean, of course, we've seen like our JLT outlet, we've seen a great change in demographics as well. I mean, we're seeing not just Indians, but some really nice well spenders, from all other nationalities. So we're seeing that change definitely. And we opened up only 1.5 years back in JLT. So that's an outlet to actually look into. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what that change in demographic looks like?
So to be honest with you, of course, we've seen spenders who are not looking at the discount anymore, of course, where we're coming from, we do see that discount-centric audience, like they have to see a discount, at the end of the bill. In JLT, we don't see that, In JLT, we see people just coming and spending, and they're not asking whether we have a discount or not, So definitely that change has come in.
In some of your other restaurants, are we also seeing a demographic shift, people moving in and out of neighbourhoods?
Not really. To be honest with you, where we are located is primarily Bar Dubai. We still see a majority of Indians coming and dining out with us. But again, Indians are also the good well spenders as well, because our food, to be very honest, it's budget friendly. It definitely is budget friendly. And it is catering to masses. We tend to foster community eating as well. So that is the theme also behind our restaurant, and that is what we've been doing for years. So definitely every year we tend to enhance our pricing by just 10%, more or less. But that is in demand with the market, more or less.
Very on theme with this year's year of community as well. Before I let you go, I've got 1 minute left with you. What about your own expansion plans? What are you hoping to do with your restaurants this year?
Well, I would love to expand to other Emirates as well. That has always been something that is, and of course, we are still looking out. We are still searching for more options, and hopefully soon, fingers crossed, more.
What will it depend on?
It will depend on the location. We really go by the location. We really go by where we would see a majority of masses coming in, where there is a greater range of walk-ins, and where we do see people loving Indian food, clearly.
Eti Bhasin is owner and director at Majestic Hotels, as well as Permit Room Restaurant and Dhaba Lane Restaurants. We appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dubai Eye 103.8 traffic.
Really bad. Sharjah coming into Dubai. Heavy Ramadan traffic being reported. E11, E3, 11, E6, 11. I've got accidents on each of those roads as well. So all three roads reporting heavy traffic this morning coming in. Once you're in Dubai, you are stuck in it, I'm afraid, on the 311 all the way down to Falcon City of Wonders. There's been an accident there this morning as well. Heavy traffic being reported on the E44. Starts in the Ras Al Khor area, goes all the way down to the Dubai Hills turn-off as well. You're better on the E11, although there are pockets of traffic heading southbound. Starting to get busy as well. Jumeirah Lakes Towers going north, just through the Dubai Marina area as people look for the long road in. But it's Dubai that's causing the issues this morning. No issues in Abu Dhabi at all.
Dubai Eye 103.8 traffic.
All right, coming up next on the Business Breakfast, Tom, who are you speaking to?
Talking to the team from the Lever Group. They've gone into partnership to develop insurance for businesses in advanced industries. We're going to find out more from the team shortly.
your ARN News.
Good morning, I'm Serena Kelly.